Next case, State of Nevada versus Elizabeth, and that works. Case 12-CR00398. State's represented by Deputy District Attorney Lane Mills. The defendant's in court, and you're Elizabeth Work?
No, I am Private General Attorney Joanne Spotted Bear and late advocate for the Oglala Sioux Tribe.
You have a license to practice law in the state of Nevada, ma'am?
No, private attorney generals and treaty representatives do not have to have a license, sir.
Where is Elizabeth Works?
She's right behind me, sir.
Step forward, Miss Works.
Your Honor, Elizabeth does not have to step forward. This is the only ones that can charge a native, Your Honor, is tribal, the military, and Washington, D.C.
Would you like me to respond?
Yes, go ahead,
Thank you,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Mills.
First of all, Your Honor, I do believe it'd be probably contempt of court for this person to appear before Your Honor and assert herself as an attorney when she's not properly licensed to practice in the state of Nevada. As this court knows, this court well has jurisdiction over misdemeanor offenses committed within Churchill County, and I think not only that, but this court also has jurisdiction over felonies to the extent that it has to conduct a preliminary hearing. There is a felony charged in this matter that is alleged to have occurred at 1710 West Williams Avenue, well within the jurisdiction of this court, outside the jurisdiction in any tribal lands, and as this court knows, under Hicks, I think it's Hicks v. State, a case that arose out of Churchill County, went all the way to the United States Supreme Court. We do have jurisdiction in this matter, and we'd ask the court to proceed. And if Ms. Works won't be properly arraigned, we would submit that the court could consider that contempt.
Your Honor, under the Supremacy Clause, Article 6, Clause 2, this Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made in persons of, and all treaties made, or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and all judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. Private Attorney General, ignorance of the law has no excuse. Applies to those who have studied the law, not those who have not.
And what's your name again, ma'am?
Joanne Spotted Bear. My Indian name is Matogleshkawi. I'm from Wounded Knee, also known as Chunkbe Opi.
Okay.
We are under the treaty of
Okay, you made your point now.
1851 and
You can take your
1860.
paperwork and step to the back of the room.
Your Honor, we put a letter in for change of venue, and that this court has no jurisdiction and to exonerate her bond.
This court has jurisdiction. It's already established. If you wish to proceed to a higher court, then you file your paperwork with a higher court than this court.
Yes, we did.
This court will
And we
proceed.
did, send a letter to Governor Sandoval
He's not a court. He is a governor of the state of Nevada, so
and Richard Larry.
it don't matter.
District.
Well, if you want to proceed to a higher court, go to a higher court, ma'am.
Okay.
You have that right to go to a higher court. There are, now I've listened to you speak, you're going to listen to me speak. All right? I've given you the opportunity. So if you wish to appeal anything, file it with a higher court than this court. This court is going to proceed. This court has jurisdiction over this case, and this court will proceed. All right? So if you want to go to a higher court, proceed. The court has made the ruling. It's not going to listen no more. You may step back behind the bar, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just
back, I wanted to express
you're not a licensed attorney in this state. Step back behind the bar, please.
You're ignoring laws, Your Honor.
Okay, step back. File with the higher court. I've given you that opportunity. This works. We're going to set this for a preliminary examination. And if you have an appeal to apply to, you apply to a higher court than this court. We're going to set this for preliminary examination. It's set for when? Okay, preliminary examination will be set for January 10th, 2013 at 1:30.
Your Honor, if I may be heard.
Go ahead.
Thank you. And just for the procedural aspect of this, I mean, I don't know if Ms. Works has been handed a copy of the criminal complaint, advised of its contents.
Yes, we've arraigned her prior to.
Have we? Okay, Your
Yes,
Honor,
and
I
then she
wasn't-
failed to appear. Ms. Works, if you do not appear on January the 13th or January the 10th, 2013 at 1:30 in this court, then a warrant will be issued for your arrest. If you in fact feel that you need to appeal anything, take it to a higher court. This court's made its ruling. It has jurisdiction over this case, and we will proceed at that time. You will remain on bail. What?
Do you want me to give her a copy of that prelim? She wouldn't accept it.
Here. Which one is it?
It's in here.
Do you have any questions, Ms. Work?
Yes, last time I was in here, I started to read some questions that I had for the court, but you said I could ask them later, because before I got a chance to ask them later, when it was over. I was wondering if I could use them.
That wasn't, I believe there was another judge sitting on that time. I was,
No,
it was me. What was the question? You can put everything in writing. The court advised you, if you need an attorney and you cannot afford one, the court will appoint you one. If in fact you need an attorney that can practice in the state of Nevada. This court cannot give out legal advice. Contact an attorney and he will advise you what to do. If you
these questions that I did want to ask, they were faxed to this office, to this court, the last time that I was before you.
And give me what that maybe.
It starts with Judge Dale spoke of the courts as being a pseudo foreign corporate statute. It talks about Black Law's dictionary defines as a state law regulating foreign corporations that either derive a specified high percentage of other income from that state or have a high percentage of their stock owned by people living in the state. He's key 636 CJ.
Hold on one second. Let me.
And then for the record, I do accept the prosecutor's oath of office and bond. And I do put the questions that I have for the bench.
You got to step forward. We're a court of record. Ma'am, you step back. You step back. Miss Works, you have to step up. Miss Works, I'm not going. Hey, ma'am.
The treaty
Ma'am.
and the Anti-Genocide Act, Your Honor.
Miss
and
Works,
can
this
be
is a
charged.
court of record, and I'm going to have you removed. This is a court of record. I have to have you on the recording. Just step forward so we get your recording. I want to get, otherwise it's not going to show. Okay, just step forward. That's all I'm asking. Just so, see this microphone right here?
I'm coming without my.
Okay, just step forward. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for all. You don't have to sit down. You don't have to do anything. Just so we can make sure it's on the record. All right, I'm not going to sit here and debate the law with you. There's questions in here. You can contact your attorney and they can figure out what's going on there. But I'm not going to sit here and I can't give you legal advice. I cannot do any of that, all
Okay,
right?
no, it's just questions I had for the court. I'm asking if you are an executive administrator, officer of this corporate court. Are we here today to settle a contract dispute between me and the corporate state of Nevada? If so, please present the contract in dispute, as I am unaware of such contract, nor do I have any knowledge of entering into such contract agreement. Thus, I do not agree any such contract exists. Is it not true that this pseudo corporation can only settle contract disputes? Where does the income of this corporate court come from? Who are the owners of this corporation? Show me the law. Show me in the law the constitutionality of this corporate court. Would the prosecutor provide the law license of the arresting officer? If not, then I demand that the charges be filed against this officer for practicing law without a license, as he did state on his ticket that I violated an NRC code. And why is the corporate state of Nevada filing charges against a private citizen via identity theft? My name is in all caps when such a person was the creation of fraud and violation of your BENAFICARYS, ultimate good faith and contract law, certificate of my live birth. I do not, so these driver's license application of license plates place me under the wrongful jurisdiction. And we were asking for a change of venue because this court does not have jurisdiction.
Well, the court's made a ruling on that, ma'am.
And
the
then
court
we did
does.
have a,
Now, hold it. I let you speak,
Okay,
and now
go
you
ahead.
just.
Sorry.
All
Thank
right,
you.
just give me a chance. This court does have jurisdiction over it. It's already made a ruling. We're not going to do a ruling on that. We're not going to get into a law class. The court's going to, if you have anything that you think you've been wrongful, I've already advised you can appeal it to a higher court. We're going to set this for a preliminary examination. Bring your attorney. If you cannot afford to hire one, you can file an indigent form, and the court will appoint one if you qualify.
okay, did you receive the fax that I faxed to this office this morning or today?
There was a letter, yes. Mr. Mills.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would just, the state is a little concerned, just as far as this defendant. You know, we've set a preliminary hearing for January, and if she wants to come, of course, represent herself, that is, of course, her right, but we do believe that there should be some type of Faretta canvas. If she wants to have an attorney, she does need to be, you know, I think, told by the court that, you know, she needs to have one licensed to practice law in the state of Nevada. Or if it's an attorney from outside of the state of Nevada, she needs to have the Pro Hac Vici things done by the state bar and signed off by the court. So, I mean, we're a little bit concerned that we're going to show up on January 10th with all of our witnesses, and Ms. Works is going to show up kind of like today, and we're not going to be able to go forward.
I believe the court discussed that with you last time, Ms. Works, about having an attorney present.
Mm-hmm.
And they must be licensed by the state of Nevada. Otherwise, are you going to seek a counsel?
We're going for change of venue.
Okay, you can do that. File your paperwork, and you can ask for a change of venue, but
Which was already presented to the court through the fax.
Your handies today. I will make the August clause.
It was through the Winnemucca Traditional Tribal Court that they were taking jurisdiction over my case. And it was signed by Rudy L. James, who is the lead judge for the Traditional Tribal Court of the Winnemucca Colony and Nation. It is a federally recognized tribe.
Does they have anything they want to add?
Well, Your Honor, we received some filings by this defendant. We filed a response to those on September the 4th, 2012. The court denied those, that motion by the defendant in a written order. I think it was filed on the 5th of September. And so with respect to any other things, we have a letter addressed to Chairman Moyle, along with what is purported to be a criminal complaint. But there have been no other motions that we've been receipt of. We did receive a letter today before court. It's dated November 18th, 2012, addressed to Governor Sandoval. And it's a 2-page letter, and attached thereto is a summons, it looks like from this case. Yes, from this case, along with, it looks like it's a letter from Ms. Works to Mr. Kevin Kelly, the bail bonds dated, I think, 17th day of November 2012. And then there's a letter dated November 8th, 2012. It's entitled the Winnemucca Traditional Tribal Court. And so, but that is what we have received in this file, Your Honor. And in any case, Your Honor, I mean, this court has a very limited jurisdiction to decide other issues. This is, I mean, this is kind of an interesting legal argument by Ms. Works. It's something that we have opportunity to see from time to time, and but it's wrong every time, Your Honor.
The court did respond back in, I did find it, back in, it was filed on September 5th for any change. For all the filings, it was denied. And this court does have jurisdiction over this case and will remain to have jurisdiction over this case. Now we get to your attorney. Are you going to hire an attorney, or do you want the court to appoint you one?
Like I said, we're moving for change of venue. That's it.
Well, this court's got venue, or is not going to change venue this time. It's has jurisdiction over this case, and it's going to keep jurisdiction.
Okay. And you realize that you're violating the anti-genocide?
And we'll set it for the January the 10th at 2013. Now we get back to your attorney. Are you going to hire an attorney, or are you going to have one appointed for you?
As I said before, it's going to go through change of venue through the Winnemucca Traditional Tribal Court.
Then I'm going to go over the FRED canvas with you to see if you qualify to defend yourself.
Mm-hmm. If I have to.
You want to defend yourself if you have to?
If I have to, yes, I will.
Okay. And you know you've been advised the right to attorney, and you have the right to have one appointed for you. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
You've been advised the right to counsel, but you desire to pro per yourself in this case. That means represent yourself. Hey, sir. I can't hear what you're saying when you're talking. Thank you. Go ahead, ma'am.
If I cannot get a change of venue and you proceed with this court, I'll have no other choice to defend myself.
All right. And you're capable of reading and writing the English language?
Yes.
You understand that you're not under the influence of alcohol at this time or any other drugs?
No.
Do you understand that attorneys possess education and training and experience that you do not have?
I've been learning a lot lately.
All right. Do you understand that you have no working, you may not have no working knowledge of the legal system, and you may miss benefits of counsel because of lack of legal education, training, and or experience? You understand that?
What was that again?
Do you understand that you may not have working knowledge of the legal system, or that you may miss benefits of counsel because of lack of legal education, training, and/or experience. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You insist on representing yourself and advise that you will not receive any special treatment?
Yes.
Do you understand you're required to follow the rules of evidence, procedures, and conduct?
Yes.
Do you understand the basic facts of the case against you?
Yes.
Do you understand the court's not obligated to appoint counsel once the defense waives this right? Do you understand that? Do you deny appointment of an attorney to represent you in all aspects of this case?
Yes.
Do you understand that other courts may not agree to this finding and that representation by counsel may be required for you at a later date? Do you understand that?
What's the first part of that?
That other courts may not agree to this finding and that representation by counsel may be required of you at a later date. And that just means that you can get counsel at a later date.
Okay. Sir, can I ask if I could have the bar card number or the law license, please,
For what?
for the prosecutor?
You can find that in the, well, I don't know, you can find it on the internet.
Our card is 7094. You can look that up on the Nevada State Bar website as well.
Could you please repeat that, please?
7094, ma'am.
All right, we're going to proceed on the 13th. If you wish to retain a lawyer and you cannot afford one, you still have the opportunity to file the paperwork, Ms. Wertz. You can still file with this court 2 weeks prior to it going to a preliminary examination, and the court will still review it at that time.
All rise.